Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. We give you a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
£900.
£2,500.
I don't think so. Nowhere near.
If I don't think that's enough money, there's an alternative. Place the same goods into an auction in the hope that you will get a little bit more money there. Today, the show comes to you from Colne in Lancashire. There's a cracking crowd of people here. They've been here since early this morning. They brought along their treasures. They're determined to do business. They want to walk away with the real deal.
It's all go in the den.
Barbara, lovely to meet you.
Kicking us off today is Karen Dalmeny, and first up is a beautiful Victorian item.
I think we can all see it's a card case, but tell me a little bit about the history of it.
We came from my mother-in-law, and of course it's one of those things you don't have two of, and when you've two daughters you can't cut something like that in two. And I thought perhaps it was time to part with it.
Like you say, it's a card case, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's have a look. Works quite nicely. We always check the mechanism on it because often they break on that hinge, which is quite flimsy. I do have to point out, if you don't mind my saying, that on this edge here...
Yes, I'm aware of that.
We've got a little bit missing there. They're not very strong. Then we've got mother of pearl going round here, and that's what they call engine turning. I have to say, not every day does one quite as attractive come along, but I do have to bear in mind that it does need that little bit of a repair to do.
When we're sold, we shall need that little bit of repair
I know
as well.
I like it. I think it's a really nice thing. So, let's get some sterling on the table for you. 20, 40, 60, £80, Barbara.
A little bit more.
That's a good price, isn't it?
Not for a Yorkshire
girl. You can't
girl.
hide your face. You cannot hide your face.
I can, not for a Yorkshire girl.
I know you like that offer. I can see. I think I'm on the money, Barbara, to be absolutely honest. If it didn't have that little bit of damage, I'd be absolutely delighted to sort of give you about 110, 120 for it.
No, I think I want a bit more than that, please.
That's it. That's me done. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to auction?
Yes, I think so. I'll go to auction.
Are you?
Yes.
You taking the gamble?
Yes, well, if you'd given me 100, I would have taken it, but otherwise I think I'll go to auction.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
We'll
Thank you.
wait to see.
Yes.
Barbara's sticking to her guns. Let's find out how it does as it goes under the gavel of auctioneer Wilf Mull.
Now, if you sell it today, it's not going to be a fortune, but hopefully the reserve is £120. That's really about its money, but if it did go, what are you going to do with the money?
Oh, I'll have a spa weekend with one of my daughters.
OK, so a spa weekend with one of your daughters. The question is, are they going to pay £120 here in the sale room? Let's see.
£100 demonstrating any of you for this calling card case. 85, £90, £90, 95, 95 and 100, 110, sir. 110.
They're in at 110.
120, 130, 130 and 40 and 130 down the left, and I'm looking for £140 now. In the room, have you all done now at £130?
£130 under the gavel. I make that about £110 when you take away the commission. Are you pleased?
I'm very pleased, yes. I'd hope for 100. 110's one better still.
OK, and off to the spa with your daughter.
Well, towards it.
It'll go towards it. Won't pay for the whole thing, but it'll go towards it. Nice day out at the spa. Real deal, 130 quid, take home 110. I thought we might have been just a little bit too high. It just shows you quality will out on the day.
Well done, Barbara. Your gamble paid off. Now it's over to Jo. Will she get all girly and fall for this pretty little piece?
This is yours. How do you own it?
My Auntie Beth gave it to me almost 20 years ago.
And so why have you brought it along today?
Well, I'm 70 now, I'm getting on a bit, and I can't see anybody in the family wearing it, so I'm...
It's a low-grade silver. It's not marked, it doesn't have a stamp on it.
No.
You say that your aunt wore it for her wedding,
yes.
in the late 20s?
She was born in 1904. She got married in her mid-20s, or thereabouts, so I'm thinking 1929-ish.
Yeah. That ties in, that's about right. It's almost 3D, isn't it? With with the flowers. And then we've got these little dingly-dangly...
Bells, wedding bells.
Yes. Right. Bit of money, honey. £50. £100. What do we think?
It's a start.
It's a start. Right. So how much do you want for it?
More than that.
Okay. How much more than that?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit more than that. I'll give you a bit more, but I ain't going to go a lot further. I'll tell you why. Because I don't think it's that wearable.
No.
I think it's a lovely thing, but I think it'll end up in another drawer.
That's their problem.
Well, no, it's not their problem.
No,
it's my problem
it's
if I have
your
to try and
problem,
sell
you've
it.
got to sell it, yeah.
Right?
I understand.
And I'm investing my money into something. I have to think about who's going to buy it. £130.
I don't think it's quite enough, Joe.
You don't think it's quite enough? Okay.
I'm just coming at this last moment, Jefferson, because I'm looking at that. It's silver.
Yes.
I'm thinking, when Joe goes out on a Friday night in Newcastle with that white T-shirt on and that miniskirt, is that going to show up against the white? I'm not quite sure. What I can tell you is that the independent valuers and auctioneer, they say 150 to 200. Is that it, Joe? Is it the end of the tempting spree?
Go to 150 on it.
I was looking for about 170 to tell you the truth, Joe.
You're saying 150?
Yeah, I'm saying 150.
I'm going to say, I think 150 is a realistic price.
Okay.
I'll change those for a 50. And now it's down to you.
Well, I was tempted to go to the auction, but I'd need to get quite a bit more to get
You
the
need
same.
to get 180. You're going to have to get towards the top end. That's money on the table.
That's money on the table. I'll deal, Joe.
You're going to deal?
Yes, thank you.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Very
Thanks
much.
for bringing it in.
Thanks a lot.
We're with Simon. Will this next lot be his cup of tea?
Michael, you've brought in a 4-piece silver tea set.
Yes.
What are you going to tell me about it?
Well, it belonged originally to my grandmother,
Right.
and who left it to my mother, who used to use it when we had honoured guests, the people she felt deserved it. And since she died, it's been in a cupboard.
Along with many other silver tea sets in many other cupboards throughout the country, one has to say.
Yeah.
I always think it's a bit sad. This is actually from the, I think you said it's mid-30s, isn't it?
1934.
And it's got a bit of the Art Deco about it, hasn't it?
Yes,
There's a slight
yes.
Deco look, especially if we look at the cream jug. The sort of shaping in here, the way it's sculptured, is quite Art Deco. It's got a nice shape to it. I think it's very sad for anything that's a bit stylish like this to end up in the pot.
Yes.
And I do try and sell them
As
articles, but to
Right.
be honest, I can't get any more money for them. So really, I think I'm kidding myself when I think that I'm not melting them down, but I know full well that the next person that buys
may
them
well.
possibly is going to do that.
Yes.
So now you've heard my sob story, I suppose you'd like a few quid on the table, Rich.
Well, absolutely. If you want it, yes.
I do want it,
You
Michael,
do.
and I'd very much like to buy it today, so I'm going to make you a very strong offer for it,
Right.
which I hope is going to tempt you.
Right.
And that strong offer is going to be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. So I haven't finished yet. £550.
I think it's worth more than that.
Well, look, I'm prepared to put down another 100. That's £650.
Yeah.
So 650 cash is actually worth about 750 plus in the auction.
Do you think so?
Well, I promise you that's true.
Right, okay. It just seems a little bit light, to be quite honest with you.
Apparently, Mike, I think I'm correct in saying that you've been told it's scraps for just over £800, something like that.
Yes.
So what I'm prepared to do is I'll make it 690.
Yes.
But I'd like to buy it just under 7, so the price drops a little bit.
Yeah, but
then
everybody says it's going to go up.
Well, it might do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it might do.
If you put another 10, then I'll say yes.
And then we can shake hands.
Yes.
So let's take away that scruffy old £10 note. Put a nice smart 20 there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, £700.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure doing
Well,
business with you. Thank you for coming in today.
If you're watching with your husband, cover his eyes. This saucy collection of magazines has popped up on Karen's table.
Daytime telly. I think we'll leave that one there.
We will be revealing more in a few moments. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. We're in Lancashire today and it's over to Tim Hogarth. A well-known name has popped up at his table.
Now, you've brought something in that doesn't need any explanation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Everybody should know exactly what this is if they watch this programme. The colours are a bit of a giveaway. Very bright, 1930s stylised.
Yeah.
And if we turn it over, this is the magic name that everybody looks at. Fantastic, Bizarre by Clarice Cliff.
Yeah.
So all the information's there, hand-painted Newport pottery, and that plate is probably going to date from the 1930s, something like that. What's a plate like that worth today? Have you got an idea, Hal?
Yes. I've got one firmly fixed.
Right, firmly fixed.
Yeah, firmly fixed.
Firmly fixed. I
Yeah.
like that. Right. I've got an idea as well. So 20, 40, 60, 80, £100, Hal. No.
No, I'm sorry, no.
120, 140, Hal.
I'm thinking just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. 150. Oh, don't pull that first. I've had a hard day.
Another £5, it's yours.
I ain't got a fiver.
Well, take one of them, that 10 back and put another 20 on, and it's yours.
That'd be more then. That'd be a tenner.
Well, 10 and it's yours, and we'll have a deal. I'll be satisfied. You'll be satisfied, won't you?
Is that the family there?
No, that's my good luck charm.
Oh, it's...
She's my good luck charm.
Is she bringing you good luck?
Yeah, she is at the moment. She knows what price we've agreed on.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right. So you've got it all sorted between you.
Yeah.
She's smiling at me. So if I were to take that away and put a 20 there, would that make you very happy? You do? Are you sure about that? Positive? I don't want you coming knocking on my door and complaining. £160, Hal. Have we got a deal?
Yes, we've got a deal.
Brilliant.
Thank you
very much.
Hal and his lucky charm leave the den happy. Across the room, there's more than one glamour puss on Karen's table.
Now, as I was approaching my table, I heard a few of the bloods going snigger and a few giggles, and now I can see why. We've got a wonderful array of Glamour magazines. So, how did they come to be in your possession?
They was in the attic. I was my partner was sorting the aerial out in the attic and found them stashed under the floorboards.
And you managed to drag him out the attic, did you, at some point?
He couldn't wait to tell me.
Oh, he couldn't wait to tell you. Wow, these, I mean, guessing-wise, they're sort of 50s, 60s. Is that right?
Some of them were before there.
A little bit before?
Some of them were hard to find dates on. Some of them were like 1930s.
OK, well, let's have a little look at one or two. Have we got daytime telly? I think we'll leave that one there. But we can see that lovely one at the front. That's great, isn't it? Very sort of burlesque. I love the design of those. I mean, if you look at these, especially if they're the 50s, I mean, you've got these lovely fashions, these hairstyles. I wonder whether they'd have had to have sent off for these or with the could have actually gone into the shop and bought these. I mean, you're a lot younger than me, so you probably know even less than I do. I mean, have you heard of Diana Dawes?
No, I've heard of any of them.
She was amazing. She was our Marilyn Monroe. And a lot of us of a certain age are very familiar with Diana. Just look at Naughty But Nice, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, so how on earth am I going to value these? Have you got any idea? You've probably got less idea than I have. Right, now I think we've got about 30, haven't we? Because there's one or two that we haven't put out on display that we won't go into. 20, 40, 60, 80, £100.
I think you could get a bit more. Yeah, I reckon so.
Do you?
A bit more if I do, yeah.
Would you be brave enough to go to auction? Just think of that.
If I'm brave enough to come here, I think
Yeah,
I'm
you're
brave
supposed
enough
to do it. You have got a
quietly.
point tomorrow. £120. How do you feel about that?
I think so, yeah.
We got a
we'll do
deal.
it, yeah.
And you're dying to get them out of your life
Yeah.
tomorrow, aren't you?
Thank
you
you.
very much.
All right,
and thank you
thanks.
so much for bringing them in.
So will Karen find a home for this saucy collection? Find out later in the show. Is there something in the air in Lancashire? More saucy girls.
You've brought in this interesting little collection of glass.
That's right.
Tell me a bit about it.
Well, it was a gift to my father, and then my father passed it on to me. But I've nowhere to display it, and obviously it gets broken, you know, like which you can see there.
Yeah, one of the dancing girls
Yeah.
has lost a lower limb.
Yeah.
It is very, very delicate.
It is,
Isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's Italian. I think that they're probably somewhere between the 30s and the 50s. And the dancing girls are a little saucy, but they're quite good fun. And they all seem to be just a little bit different to each other, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got this mad decanter.
Yeah, that's lovely, is that?
It is, with, again, a dancing girl in there. Just haven't quite worked out how they did that. One thing that does concern me is if I was lucky enough to buy it, would I ever get it home in
one piece?
Well, we'll make a start. We'll start with a £50 note. £80. Right, okay, well, give us a clue.
Yeah.
How much is on the table, Jean?
80.
£80. My opinion is, I think the offer on the table is pretty sound. But if you fancy a gamble, you can go to auction, but you'll need to get more than £100 to do better than that. I think that's all right.
And is that your limit?
I think, yeah, I think I'm kind of working on sort of, on average, sort of £20 a piece, you see, for the intact pieces. So that's kind of what I'm working on. That's...
I'll just consult my daughter.
Okay.
What do you think, Sarah? Shall we take a gamble or?
I think we should gamble and take it to auction.
Yeah, we'll take it to auction.
Have you been to auction before?
No, I haven't.
No, well, you're going to have a day out then. Good luck with it. Thanks for bringing it in.
Thank you.
So it's off to the auction room for the dancing girls. It's over to you, David.
Now, you turned down £80 from Joe Brayshaw, which I think was quite a reasonable offer. The question is someone going to bid more here? I suppose you're looking for one of the boys here who's looking at the glasses and thinking, those are interesting, aren't they? to bid a little bit more. Are they? Well, let's find out. They are coming up now.
I'm 60 already online.
60 online. Somebody online has spotted the scantily clad girls and thought, wait, I'm having a bit of those.
At 75 in the room. 75. 80 now. 80 back online.
There's 80 online. They're going for it. Good news. 85.
£90 again. 95, stick to it, at £95 bid. 100 from anybody else quickly. All quite sure at 95, 100.
100, just in time. Someone else on the internet spotted the girls.
110 and 20 at £110 bid. At 110 in the room, all quite sure at 110, and I'm selling away at 110.
£110. I have to tell you, we've got some commission to take away. Quick calculation, it's near to £94, about £93.5. That's what's coming back to you. Reaction, first of all. Happy?
Oh, yeah, very happy.
Relieved?
Yes.
Did you have second thoughts and think, have I done the right thing?
No, because it's been a good experience as this.
OK. So you were confident all the time. The estimate was 50 to 80. I was a little bit nervous just in case it fell for the lower estimate. But no need to worry on the day. The scantily clad girls did the business. £110 under the gavel. That was the real deal, and you're taking home £93.50. Happy, Jean?
I'm very happy, yes.
I'm happy and a little hot round the collar as well.
Coming up, the money's flying down on Joe's table.
£900.
Do you want me to be blunt?
Do what you like.
But can she offer enough to seal the deal?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
The crowds are still pouring into the dealer's den with their antiques and collectibles. We're with Simon, and his next item is a smashing little find.
Now, you brought in 2 bits of Moorcroft, haven't you?
Yes.
And there's a nice little story attached to this I'd like you to tell us.
This came into the local charity shop on Thursday morning. The charity shop is for the local hospice for Burnley and Pendle.
Oh, well. What made you think this was something, you know, worth bringing along today?
Well, Moorcroft's a name we all know. There are a lot we don't know, but we do know Moorcroft.
What we've got here, I think this is, they're both quite clearly marked on the bottom. They've got the paper label on. I think if we look underneath that, we'll find there's a WM for William Moorcroft. I don't want to take the labels off because people like, the collectors like them with the labels on. This one is a little vase, hibiscus flower, I think that's called, isn't it?
Yes.
The yellow colour is not one of the most popular colours, but I think it's quite a pleasant colour. And then we've got the bowl. The bowl I really like, but unfortunately, the bowl has had a little chip taken out of it. These both date, I would suggest, from about the late 1930s. The bits that people want are the bits from the 30s. So it was whoever bought these in and donated them to your charity, you know, gave you something quite nice.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to make you an offer for your Moorcroft. I wish that wasn't damaged, because I promise you it would be a much better offer had it not been, but we can only deal with what we've got. I'm going to offer you 20, 40, 60, 80, £100.
I think a little bit more.
A little bit
for charity.
more. I know it's for a very good cause. I was looking for a £10 note to put down to make it 110, but what I'm going to do, because it's for charity, 120 quid. Elaine, is that going to be a deal for you?
That's the deal for me.
Leslie?
A deal.
Come on, let's all shake hands. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you very much for all the hard work you do on behalf of the charity as well. And I'm sure everyone at home would like to thank you as well. So thanks for coming in today.
Thanks very much.
Well done, ladies. Keep up the good work. Now look what's landed on Joe's table. Let's hope she can stop it from flying off to auction. Looking on are David and auctioneer Wilf Mould.
How do you come to own such an impressive piece?
I went to Budapest about 40 years ago, walked into an antique shop, saw it, and said, I've got to take that back, even if I go back penniless. I took it to Sotheby's about a year after I purchased it, and they put a date on it, and they put a value on it.
So what did they date it about 1890, 1900?
No, they put a date much earlier than that.
Really?
Much earlier than that.
So what did they date it as?
Well, 1810, 1820.
That surprises me, because I would have thought it was more Meiji, more towards sort of 1890, 1900, that sort of area, because I know that these were produced about then, in that period.
Well, I can't educate you on that.
I mean, this tree trunk is fairly sort of naturalistic, but the bird is quite finely cast.
Now, when I saw this coming through the door, Wilf, I got quite excited because over the years, or during my time as a dealer, I used to try and buy a little bit of Meiji or Japanese metalware. I once had a bird like this, only virtually life-size, which produced a very handsome profit for me. So how often does this come up in the sale room as far as you're concerned?
Very rarely, really, not often enough. So I could imagine that that will do rather well. It will appeal to a lot of the top sculpture dealers.
Yes.
Yeah.
How have you placed your estimation on this?
Well, I've carefully placed an estimate of between £800 and £1,000. But I feel that because of the quality of it, it should do quite a bit more than that.
Let's see what Jo, our dealer from Newcastle, says. Is she interested in Japanese metalware? And let's see what she puts on the table.
We'll have a crack on and see how we get on. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 pounds.
Do you want me to be blunt?
Do what you like.
No, I mean,
can I comment on... Yeah, of course you can.
Well, I walked in here, Walter, first of all, a realistic sum of money has started to appear on the table. 8 to 12 is the estimation, 1,000 to 15. It's the kind of thing that could make the estimation and could outstrip the estimation at auction.
Do I want to own it much more than £900? 1,000. I've got £1,000 of my hard-earned dosh on the table, so it's with you.
Well,
David.
Well, just before you make a decision, Walter, let me say this. Canny as Jo is, unless there is a fair amount more money, I would advise we're flying off to auction, where I think we'll get a good price.
I agree.
So there's an easy decision.
Beg your pardon?
Have a good time at the auction.
I certainly will. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for bringing it in.
You were not generous enough.
Oh, fair enough.
Don't hold back, Walter, will you? Let's join David to see if he's made the right decision.
Now, you sat down with Jo Brayshaw. Now, Jo put £1,000 on the table. A very tempting offer. You've got it here in the auction. There is a £900 reserve. It's coming up over there now.
Various interests setting this one off at £650.
Straight in at 650 with the auctioneer. Someone's left a bid with the auctioneer.
650 and 700 from anybody else then. 700 in the room, 700, 50, 800 now, 800, 850, 900, sir. You might just get it at 900. No, we'll leave it as it is then. Sorry.
OK, gavel's gone down. It hasn't sold, so we're going to award the real deal to you, Jo. Good on you, girl. £1,000, that was the real deal.
The real deal is me taking it back home.
Well, you heard what Walter says. He says, never mind about Jo Brayshaw. The real deal is him taking it home. Not a bad answer, I'm going to say.
With no time to waste, we're back with Karen.
Lindsay, lovely to meet you. I'm Karen Dalmeny.
This next lot is just stunning, and with a name like Liberty's, that's enough to get any girl excited.
Oh, I like the name on that box straight away, and your eyes like that too. OK, so are they family pieces? Have you had them a long time?
They're my partner's.
Oh, do they look nice on him? Are they his colour? How did he come to have a pair of Liberty's earrings?
He found them in his loft in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And they've been in a drawer ever since.
OK, they're super things, aren't they? This almost certainly is turquoise. If I had to guess date-wise, oh, it's quite hard looking at it. You see, the box looks older, and these could almost be, you could almost buy those yesterday looking at them, couldn't you? But you've got the indentations of the stones in the box, then they fit quite precisely. I shouldn't really be saying this, should I? I should be saying they probably aren't, and they've been put in the box and get the money down. So I'm shooting myself in the foot here. I suppose sort of 20s, 30s, something like that. I took one out a minute ago and just had a quick look, and it's actually on white gold as well. So we're talking quality here, aren't we?
9 carat, I think.
Okay, right. What am I going to offer for you, Lindsay? Okay, 20, 40, 60 pounds. No? Am I a long way off?
I think so.
All right. Oh dear. Right. 80 pounds. No. I don't know that I see them that much more than that, Lindsay. I'm going to put another 20 pounds. What are you going to do then?
Take them to auction.
Go to auction with David?
Yes.
My gut instinct is that they are Liberty, so fingers crossed they do well for you.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Lindsay's holding out for more than £100. Let's hope there are ladies with cash to spare in that auction room.
I think the Liberty mark, London and Paris, will help these along considerably, but you never know. It's coming up now. Let's see what happens.
Now, pair of turquoise pebble drop earrings. There you go. Nice little lot is this. Right, who'll set me off at what? 100, right?
£100 there. That was the offer that you had in cash from Karen.
130, 140, 150, 150.
They're at 150 now. They've gone past the reserve.
170, 180, 190, 200, and 190 at the back of the room. All quite sure now, at £190 at the back of the room.
190 quid. Now, we've got some commission to take off. That's about £161 to take home. First of all, are you pleased?
Yes, pleased with that, yes.
What do you think your partner's going to think? Is he going to be pleased with that?
Yes, I think he'd be very pleased, yeah.
Something that was left behind in a loft of a house, your partner found them, just brought £190 under the gavel, take home £161. Put a smile on your face, I'm sure on your partner's, and that was the real deal.
Coming up, Tim has had to send out for extra cash.
I'm not going to break the seal. £2,500.
I don't think so. Nowhere near.
But what could be getting him that excited? Find out after the break. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal, where the locals of Lancashire are keen to trade their antiques and collectibles. Over to Tim's table, where a battle of wills is about to unfold. It's all centring on this scruffy little thing.
Now, what's in the box? Can I open it up?
Yes.
Paperwork, Ebel. So it's a watch.
Yes. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, Ebel or Ebel, I'm not sure.
I think you can pronounce it either way.
Can you? Oh.
I'm from Yorkshire, it's Ebel.
All right.
Well, that's a very nice watch, isn't it? $18 karat gold.
Yes.
Swiss import mark on it. So why are you selling such a lovely watch then, Anita?
Well, it did belong to my husband, who's passed away.
All right, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I mean, I did put it on, but no, it's not a lady's watch.
It's not a lady's watch, no.
No,
it's a bit chunky, isn't it, for a
So
for
I
a
thought,
lady.
you know, I could perhaps enjoy the
bit
fruits of
money.
it, yeah.
So I'm sure that when he bought this watch, it will have been a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
I think it'll have cost about £10,000 new.
No, it was more than that.
Was it more than that?
Yeah.
Really?
It was bought in 1979. 12,950.
Whoa. 12,950. I think I better go home now then. I'll see you later, Anita.
That was 1997, I should say.
1997. I'll have a go.
Right.
I'll have a go. Don't shout at me.
No, I won't.
Anita.
I know.
Please don't. Please. Right. So look, in here, I'm not going to break the seal, is £2,500.
I don't think so. Nowhere near. You and I both know that.
I didn't say that I'd stopped
I
at
know.
2,500.
But you paused, you see.
Yeah, well, I just, you know.
He's playing it cool.
Yes.
He knows the stuff. He knows what it is. He knows it's a chronograph. He knows it's 18-karat gold. He knows that men would fight over it. He knows men would leave their wife to get hold of it. Don't write in. OK. 3,500 to 5,000, 4,000 to 5,000. That's what they have been bringing. Do not miss it. Do not be mean. Get it bought before it gets to the auction. I'm waiting round the corner to see you put your money down, laddie.
Right, ready? 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 4, 450, 5, £3,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute, 8. So that's 3,400. £3,500.
No, I don't think so.
3,600. 3,700. 3,800. 3,900. 4,000. Cash.
425, and I will shake your hand on it.
What about... You see, I need to go home with some money, or wife will shout at me.
I don't think so.
What about 4,100?
You see, is he playing you fast and loose again?
Yes, I think he is. He's got twinkly eyes, you see.
You need to put this together where our seller can't afford to go to auction and you just nail it. I bet if you said 4,400, you've paid another £250 more, but you've got the merchandise. And a smart lad like you, Tim, you'll have that away to a rather slick, wealthy businessman for a nice little profit. Thank you.
4,100.
No, 4,400.
Oh,
He's
no.
done it for me.
Yeah, he has done it for you, he's done it for me.
Yeah, no, definitely 4,400, and you'll...
Look, if I put £200 down there now, 4,001, 4,002.
And 50.
4,240 £.
If you've just got one of those...
Do you not think you've had enough out of me?
No. I think I like that colour. Just do that and
Do you know you are the first person today who said to me, I like that colour. So, just for luck...
Right. We've got a deal.
Lovely.
Definitely.
Thank you very much,
much.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very happy.
Sometimes dealers meet their match. Congratulations, Anita. Now it's time to find out how all our dealers did.
Daytime telly. I think we'll leave that one there.
Karen's managed to sell on 20 out of the 37 of those saucy magazines for a break-even £120, but is finding it a little difficult to shift the rest.
I'd like to buy it just under 7 because the price drops a little bit.
Yeah, but then everybody says it's going to go up.
Well, it might do.
In fact, the price of silver did fall, and Simon only managed to get £700 for the silver tea set, leaving no room for profit when he sold it on at a fair. As for the Moorcroft vase and bowl, Simon split them up, selling the vase for £90 and the bowl for £60, making him a tidy little income.
I don't want you coming knocking on my door and complaining.
Tim passed the Clarice Cliff plate on through the trade for £180. And as for that cracking Ebel watch...
You'll have that away to a rather slick, wealthy businessman for a nice little profit. Thank you.
Well, you can't put one past the Duke. As predicted, Tim went on to sell the watch to a private collector at a good price, making him our dealer of the day.
So thank you.
We've had a great day here in Lancashire, and there's been bags of action. That's the way I like it. Lots of buying, lots of selling. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time at Dickinson's Real Deal. See you.